I will love you a lot, a lot. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of Digital Nomad Talks. Today I have Jord, YouTuber, video content creator. Thank you so much for being here.
Sure.
So for everyone that's tuning in right now, in Digital Nomad Talks, I will be interviewing nomads from all around the globe, different walks of life, about their challenges, how they make money, and to give you practical advice on how to become a successful digital nomad yourself. All the links are going to be below. Follow Jord, follow Digital Nomads Daily. Yeah, let's start.
Let's do it.
So welcome.
Thank you. I'm Jord. And I've been traveling for the last almost 5 years now while making videos, making YouTube videos, and earning a full-time income from video content creation.
How did you become a YouTuber / video content creator?
I started traveling first. So I was just a backpacker traveling for like a year, trying to figure out a way to keep traveling, and I enjoyed making videos, I enjoyed taking photos, and I just started doing it, kept doing it, and then eventually figured out a way to make money from it.
For how long have you been a digital nomad?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess 4 years.
Oh wow, that's actually quite long already. How many countries did you travel?
In that time, I'm not sure, but in total, almost 70 right now.
70 countries.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess this is going to be a very tough one. Which one was your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the common question. I always say either Philippines or Sri Lanka, and like.
Oh wow!
They're both,
Mahal kita, Philippines.
they're both beautiful. Like the people are great. But then, although I say that, I've chosen to live right now in Indonesia, and I do love Indonesia, and I spend a lot of time here. So that's got to be up there as well.
I think there are a lot of people who might be watching right now. They're like, I want to do that as well. How did you make your first dollar or pound?
Yeah, no. No, it's mostly dollars now because like everything's online. But yeah, I think the first time I made anything was from YouTube AdSense because that's a way a lot of people know about how YouTubers make money is through the advertising on YouTube. It's never been a lot, but that was the way I made the first money on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me and our viewers, how do you make money now?
Sure. Well, like I said, like YouTube AdSense makes some, and it's kind of like a recurring income each month that gives you a certain amount. But for me, to be completely honest, I get a few 100,000 views a month, and it's never been more than $200 to $300 a month. On top of that, you need to try and figure out other income methods.
Yeah.
So what I've done over the last couple of years is figure out lots of different revenue streams.
Can you give an example of like one of the revenue streams that was quite successful?
Sure. So I do a lot of stock footage and licensing now. And for people that don't know what that is, stock footage is basically where you upload clips you've already filmed, drone footage or any kind of footage to these websites that then people can come and purchase or license those clips to use in their own projects. So I'll have a big library of everything I've filmed over the last couple of years. People can go on there, license it, and then use it in their video sites.
Okay, cool, interesting. Thank you so much. Guys, if you're a content creator and you have more questions about this, drop them in the comment box. Check out digitalnomadsdaily.com.
I think a lot of people have this idea that it's kind of too late to start a YouTube channel now, but I really don't think it's true. I think if you're thinking about starting, or if you've just started, like now is still an amazing time to start, and the way you should start is just by constantly uploading. So like be as consistent as you possibly can, whether it's once a week or once every 2 days or whatever, but always trying to raise the bar with each video. And as long as you continually do that and have the consistency to get a video out on a consistent schedule and they're always improving, then you're going to be fine. But don't sacrifice quality over quantity.
What about like your daily routine? Like how does the life of a YouTuber looks like?
As a travel content creator, I think a lot of it is done on the road, like while you're on the move, because you have to move around a lot to get like the new content, really. Most of the time I'm sort of playing catch up. I'm sort of editing in the evenings after I've been out all day filming. But the way I really prefer to do it now is to not have that, because that's how I was living the last 3 or 4 years, and now I've decided to be based in Bali instead, which I think a lot of content creators have, because then you can go and do the campaign, the trip, or travel to the place, film all the content, and then come back here and have a bit more of a balanced lifestyle by editing and doing the work here.
Yeah, because it sounds pretty exhausting, especially when you're mostly editing when you're on the move. You don't really have a lot of moments where you can like have a rest, balance a little bit, breathe, and maybe even look back about like that amazing trip, the beautiful places that you saw, the people that you met.
Completely. And a couple years ago, daily vlogging was the biggest thing, right? All of the top YouTubers were all doing daily vlogging, and every single one of them got burnt out. I can't think of anyone that's still doing traveling daily vlogging anymore, because they were waking up in the morning, you know, waking up for sunrise at 6, 7 a.m, filming all the way through the day, and then editing all night, every day for years, thinking of a catchy title and then creating an engaging thumbnail, doing the description, getting a tag set up. All of that takes time as well, and those aren't the really fun bits. So after you've done all of the work and all the editing, there's still, that's where most people leave their videos. I've done the editing, now I put it up, move on to the next. But actually that's where you should probably be marketing it as well, and getting all those extra bits right, because you've put all the work into filming and editing, so you need to get that last bit right as well, which takes time.
What are the main challenges when it comes to, for example, making money? From
video and photo, it's a very popular thing right now. A lot of people want to be video and photo content creators without really understanding or having the backbone for monetization. I think it takes a while to get there, and it took me a few years to really figure out the ways of making money around it as well. And I guess it's just being open to new opportunities, because I think a lot of people, like I mentioned earlier, just know about AdSense on YouTube, but then they might not particularly realize that Facebook also has a monetization for video.
Oh,
they might.
I didn't know that either.
And it's actually got a higher CPM than YouTube.
Okay.
So if you want to start monetizing your videos on Facebook, you can, because they're in direct competition with YouTube right now.
How do you find balance with like X deals, so collaborations, and actually saying like, I would love to, but this is the rate or the...
Sure. For me, like, this is quite a hot topic in like blogging and YouTubing world, because loads of people say you shouldn't do something for free. But for me, I kind of disagree. It completely depends if it's something you want to do. Like I started this because I love travel, and if I get the opportunity to go somewhere I really want to go, or go do something I really want to do, and it's just for an exchange basis only, then sure, I'm going to do it. I would obviously prefer to do something I really want to do and get paid for it.
Sure.
But if there's something like, hey, you want to go on a trip to Antarctica and we're going to cover your flights and like take you there, then of course I'm going to do that. But if it's something I don't particularly want to do, or maybe it's a country I've already been, then for sure I'll say, okay, this is going to cost you X. I'm kind of, right now, I'm trying to consider the longer term, because it's really been catch up for the last 3 or 4 years, you know, like it's been trying to make ends meet month to month, not in like I'm not like, you know, I'm not homeless or whatever, but I'm just saying it's like trying to like make enough money for the next month. But now I'm really trying to think long term.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to build some revenue that will keep me going for the next 10 years or 20 years, or build a business that will not necessarily be reliant on just YouTube month to month. The most important thing right now, I think, is if you're going to do this, then go into it with the long-term view in mind. Don't think I'm going to really work as hard as possible for 6 months, and if it doesn't take off, like quit. I think YouTube and content and your own social media is a long-term thing. So try and figure out a system that works for you to not get burnt out, and to be able to continually create content and improve over the long run. So like, I guess people talk a lot about balance, but that would be my advice to people. Find a balance that enables you to keep creating. I think it's tough to see things as a failure, and I think it's better to see them as something I did wrong that I'm going to do better next time, you know. And I've definitely, if I'm just relaying it back to YouTube, I've definitely had that in the last year or so. I'd say about a year ago, maybe the beginning of 2018, January, I took on about 10 different, not even projects, but like 10 different businesses I was just trying to run at the same time.
Yeah.
And I did none of them well at all. Like, if you're trying to divide your attention so many times, then not any of them are going to be nearly so good. So my lesson from that was to really just focus on, I don't know, the things you really want to do. What's the best 2 or 3 ideas out of that? And what can you really put your time into? And I would say that set me back quite a bit, because I was using all my time on things that just didn't pan out.
Okay.
And now I've tried to just really bring it in and just focus on the couple of things I really want to do. Like, I would say, choose your few projects that you're really going to focus on for the next 6 months to a year and see where they go, and then maybe evaluate.
This question sort of like goes deep into why Digital Nomads Daily is up, and also why we're doing this show, to give you real stories. What I find a very, very cool question is like, what is your most controversial thought about digital nomads and digital nomad lifestyle?
I don't know if you want to include this one, but we're all essentially living illegally. Okay, so I think there's a lot of people that go into this digital nomad lifestyle and are not really having a fulfilled lifestyle while they're doing it, but are putting so much time and energy into their work that they're not actually enjoying the places they go to. I mean, I'm all for putting lots of work in when you really have like a new business or a new idea, and if you want to work 18-hour days, go for it. But I would just say, as a digital nomad, when you're in a place, try and also enjoy that place as well. Because is there any point spending 100 hours behind a laptop in a beautiful place? And there's lots of people that do that because they're so addicted to this lifestyle that they end up spending 100 hours a week behind a laptop without really enjoying what they set out to do, which was see the world and travel and live in like beautiful places.
Exactly. And if you're watching this video right now and you're a digital nomad, think about it. Are you actually enjoying the place where you're at right now? Let us know how it goes for you. I super see it with myself. Like, now I had 1 month in Bali. The only thing that I saw was Canggu and Ubud. I was supposed to take at least 1 trip, but yeah, I started a new project and I've been behind my computer all the time. Yeah,
I mean, it happens, like, especially when you're starting something new, because you want to put all your time and energy into it. But then I think if you just continually did that, then you wouldn't be getting the best of both.
Exactly, so be careful with that, guys. It's almost the end of this video. If you haven't liked yet, thumbs up, do it. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it right now. I will love you a lot.
Right, now I'm the interviewer. So what made you start this?
Like Digital Nomads Daily?
Yeah.
Very good question. I've been sort of like a digital nomad since April. I live abroad for almost 4 years now. But since my digital nomad lifestyle, I started meeting a lot of interesting people. And I learned that a lot of the things that I was doing in the past years, I was not really truly loving it. But the one thing that I really love is these things. I love getting to know them, get wisdom from their experiences, and really learn from it. So this is how I started Digital Nomad Talks. And then I figured that this concept is way much bigger, and I met this amazing entrepreneur and friend, Samantha, and when I was running this idea with her, she was like, why don't you do it? Like, start digitalnomadsdaily.com and do what you love doing. Create stories that are honest from real nomads, and sort of like create a platform where there are a lot of takeaways. Thank you so much for being here today. Guys, follow his work. I really enjoyed your vlogs. I've been stalking you a little bit.
Yeah, go. I don't know if this will be in the description.
Yes, we're gonna put everything like down here. Don't forget to go to digitalnomadsdaily.com for lessons, advice, guides, to learn a lot about digital nomad lifestyle from real nomads. And your website about travel advice is
travelcontinuously.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.